What's up, Blue Jay fans? Robb Scott of the Jay Talking Podcast back with another game day recap. Blue Jays, Game 3 of the series against the Rockies in Coors Field. Jays 42-37 against the Rockies, who come in under 500 at 37-40. The Jays 5.5 back of Baltimore, 5 back of Boston, and losing ground every day. Aaron Sanchez on the hill, 7-1 with a 3.24 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. Versus the rookie Tyler Anderson, who's 0-1 with a 2.55 ERA, but just in 17 2/3 innings. Tyler was the 20th pick in 2011. So it took him some time to get to the bigs. Let's get to the scoring. Top of the second, EE reached on an error, advanced to second on a Kevin Pillar single, and scored on Junior Lake double. Junior Lake played well in this series, drove in 2 or 3 runs. And homer Josh Donaldson, the top of the third, homered with a 391-foot shot to deep left center, his 18th of the season, putting together more MVP numbers. EE then doubled, and he scored on a Troy Tulowitzki single. The score now 3-0, top of the third. To the bottom of the fourth, Nolan Ariando reached on an infield single. Cargo with a single to shallow left center, and Ariando scored on a Daniel Descalso single. 3-1 now, Jays. No more scoring to the top of the 7th when Devin Travis singled. Josh Donaldson singled. Moved Travis to third. EE singled to left center. And that scored Devin. That was EE's 70th ribby on the season, a major league leading. That's 4-1 Blue Jays. Bottom of the 7th. Sanchez loaded the bases, got into some trouble. Thankfully, Gibby left him in, didn't bring the pen in, showed him some respect. I mean, how could he not? The bullpen's not going to do a better job even than a tired Aaron Sanchez, who at that point had around 90 pitches thrown, and he did work out of it. He rewarded John Gibbons for his trust in him, and that was the score at the bottom of the 7th, remained 4-1. Now to the top of the 9th, Carlos Estevez, or as he may also be known as, Charlie Sheen. He walked EE. Ryan Goins then pinch ran. Tulo walked. Michael Saunders was hit by a pitch, so Carlos Estevez did not have it going on. Goins then scored on a wild pitch. He was a little erratic that inning. Jays 5-1. Bottom of the 9th, shit got interesting. Carlos Gonzalez with a walk. He scored on a Mark Reynolds double. Then Reynolds scored on Descalso's double. The bases were jammed, packed, full, nowhere to put anybody. Roberto Osuna, 2 down. And he pitched out of it, and the Jays got the win, 5-3. Jays offense, 11 hits, 1 home run, 5 runs, 8 walks, 9 Ks. They left 24 men on base. But this is the third game in four games. Third time in 4 games, I believe, the Jays had just 1 home run and more than 10 hits. So that is starting to show something on the offense. That's something to keep an eye on. Mostly they just need the home run to win, but they're starting to do it with just some hits, stringing hits together, so that's good to see. Josh Donaldson, 2 for 4 with a home run, a ribby, and a walk. EE, you know what? He's been as good as Josh Donaldson has been. You know, some of his numbers, the average, the OPS aren't as high, but man, he's been the clutch RBI monster. He was 2 for 3 with 2 runs, a ribby, and a walk. Troy Tulowitzki, 1 for 4 with a ribby and a walk. Junior Lake, 1 for 3 with a ribby. And Josh Tolley, we'll mention him because you don't get to mention him often. He was 2 for 4 with a walk, reached base 3 times. Aaron Sanchez went to 8-1 with 8 solid innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 Ks, and a 3.08 ERA now on the season. That's 7th best in the majors. Roberto Osuna tossed an inning, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 K. That'll add to the rising bullpen numbers that we keep seeing going up and up and up and up. And I keep reading goddamn Toronto writers telling me how the bullpen is stabilized. The bullpen is not stabilized. If you paid any attention to what the bullpen has been doing, if you've been charting the ERA at all, you'll notice for the last 2+ months, it's been on a steady rise. I do not know where these people are getting these numbers. These people work directly for the Blue Jays, or at least do this as a living, and they're writing articles about how the bullpen is stabilized. There's no statistical data to back that up. You can point to 1 or 2 guys who have stabilized for short periods of time, but the bullpen as a whole has not stabilized. Can I please stop reading this? The Colorado offense, Daniel Descalso, 3 for 3 with 2 ribbies and a walk. Sorry, Daniel, if I'm mispronouncing your name. Mark Reynolds, 2 for 4 with a ribby and a run. Nolan Ariando was 1 for 4 with a run. And Carlos Gonzalez, 1 for 3 with a ribby and a walk. The pitchers, Tyler Anderson went to 0-2 on the season with 6 innings. Not bad. 8 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks, 3 runs, but 2 earned. And gave up a home run. And the Colorado bullpen combined for 3 innings, 3 hits, 4 walks, 3 Ks, and 2 runs. Notes on this game, Troy Tulowitzki on his return to Colorado was 2 for 13. So not impressive in that sense. He homered, drove in 2, walked and 3 Ks, scored a run. Eddie's leading the major leagues, as I said, with his 70th RBI. What a season for him, man. 140 ribbies to be on pace for that. 140 plus, 40 home runs. What a season. And Aaron Sanchez, 8-1 now, 3.08 ERA. As I said, the 7th best ERA. And I want to strangle people who say that it's a smart move to put him in the bullpen. That is the most ridiculous thing in the world. How the fuck is that a smart move to put him in the bullpen? So you strengthen the bullpen, and now you take a spot out of the rotation, and you weaken the rotation. Look what I'm sitting in right now. This looks like a room where ISIS is getting ready to cut somebody's head off. How do I know that? How do I know that? And the top brass don't know that. This is a dumb move. He's 6'4", 220, a 23-year-old kid with no history of injury. Why would you shut him down and put him in the pen? It makes no sense. There's nobody who can talk me into that being a good decision. Who are you going to bring up? Who is going to fill his spot? Who is going to fill an 8-1 record and an ERA of 3? That's great. You filled the bullpen. You made the bullpen stronger for that 1 inning every 2 games. It's ridiculous. The Jays go to 43-37. Baltimore did win, so they remain 5.5 back of Baltimore. But the Red Sox lost, and the Jays have finally leapfrogged the Red Sox by half a game now. Good for them. Good job, Jays. Cleveland is in tomorrow, but Carlos Carrasco is on the hill. He is a tough pitcher. 3-2, 2.73 ERA versus R.A. Suck My Dicky. 5-8 with a 4.23 ERA on the season. That's it for now. I'd like you to like, share, and comment on this video with your thoughts about what I had to say. Again, I think people are ridiculous for mentioning that Aaron Sanchez should go to the bullpen, and I'm tired of hearing that the bullpen is stabilized. If you think I'm wrong, then you tell me I'm wrong. Also, make sure you check out my interview with Tony Todd. It was a great 50-minute talk with this guy. Talked a lot about Connor Green, talked a lot about Alonso Gonzalez, talked a lot about baseball, his acting career, fascinating guy. Like I say, a really great interview. You can find that in my interview section on the YouTube page. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.